Welcome. I am super excited to share with you all today the 5 mistakes high value women make when dating and how to avoid them. Now, if you've been under the impression that by being a high value woman, that means that love will just fall into place and your dating problems will all be solved, I have some news for you. Now, I want to share with you the 5 most common mistakes I see high value women making. So, if that's you, I want you to stick around so you can find out how to fix them. Now, for those of you that are new to me, welcome. For those of you that are not, welcome. My name is Christina. I'm your favorite love and relationship coach. And for the past 7 years, I've been helping driven and ambitious women, high value women, attract love and healthy relationships. Now, I'm super excited because by the end of this video, I'll be sharing how to avoid these common pitfalls that high value women make so that they can position themselves for a deeply fulfilling relationship. Now, in my time working as a love and relationship coach, I've worked with countless high value women who unknowingly have been making these mistakes. And once they shift their approach, once they bring awareness to these pitfalls, they found themselves attracting incredible, aligned partners that value them and love them. So I want to share these with you. Are you ready? Now, the first one that I most commonly see with high value women is over prioritizing their independence. Right now, we see society, right, has shown this independent woman that can do it all. And while, yes, we can do so many amazing things, the truth is that hyper independence can make you seem emotionally unavailable or even unapproachable, right? Some men see this as intimidating. And the reason is that once again, we often find ourselves feeling like we need to take on all these roles and do all these things in order to be valued, to be seen as a leader. And it's tough sometimes to rely on others to get those things done. So many times you take it upon yourselves, right? How many of you have heard if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself? Now, this doesn't exactly, scream romance when someone is looking to court you and date you and treat you, right? For you to take on this do it all energy, right? Now, there is a way to balance your independence and still be vulnerable, especially when you're allowing a potential partner to support you and be able to connect with you without feeling like that makes you any less of a woman or like you need to rely on them for anything. It's allowing them to court you, to support you, to provide, to be there for you, right? And this is not just materialistic. This is energetically, this is emotionally, right? To be able to provide support and make you feel safe. So keep that in mind as you're out there dating. To if you catch yourself in this energy of needing to do it all, of not wanting to accept help or support or open up in a moment so that you're not vulnerable or feeling exposed, right? That this can be a way that you are self sabotaging your relationships and your dating life. Now, the second way that I see high value, ambitious, driven women really uh, falling into this rut of ignoring emotional availability. This is one of the mistakes that I also see very often, and it's really focusing on surface level things. Now, whether they look good, they smell good, right? If he has charisma, which are all great great traits to have, right? You definitely want to be attracted to your partner. You definitely want someone who's successful, who also has, right? Who's also a go-getter like yourself. But the reality is that many times these these elements, right, of being a high achiever, you might be prioritizing these accomplishments and these achievements over what really matters, right? Which is an emotional connection, which is their compatibility in your values and the way you see life, right? That's a completely different energy. While yes, it's great for that he's successful and has, right, the car of the year, and he has a great position with a great title, right? You also have to take into consideration, what is his character like, right? Is he kind? Is he compassionate? Is he understanding? Can he communicate and express his thoughts and ideas and how he's feeling, right? Is he in tune with his emotions? And once again, many times, although high value women, right, know they want these things, they overlook it because once again, they're good looking, they're successful, they have a great career, and they're charismatic, right? So I want you to also keep that in mind when you're out there dating and you're meeting new people. Are you just basing this on a surface level connection, right? Is this just maybe attraction, or is it going somewhere deeper? Because once again, this is what I often see many times, high value women ignoring that aspect of being emotionally available because of that shiny exterior. Now, let me know so far what's been helpful. If you have any questions, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know that you're still here with me. And I will go on to the third mistake that I see. I've seen it many times, and it's really neglecting your feminine energy. As women that are ambitious, go getters, that you're out there doing things in the world, many times this kind of plays in tune with number one, you're in that go getter energy, that masculine energy, and not really allowing yourself to be feminine, right? To accept and allow, right? There's two energies that we all carry, our masculine energy and our feminine energy. And what happens is that many times high value women, they are so focused on excelling on their careers. They're focused on their goals. They're so goal oriented that this gives off that masculine energy instead of embracing dating and allowing it to flow, right? There's this energy of needing to plan it all out instead of allowing, right, your date to plan it out. That would be in the feminine energy. In the masculine energy, right, you'll take it upon yourself to plan the date and tell him where you want to go, and right? So there has to be a balance. And so especially when you're dating and you're looking to attract the right partner, you want to be in your feminine energy where you're allowing and looking at how they're treating you, and not in that planning mode, but in that allowing mode where you allow your partner to contribute, to take initiative, to really foster a connection where there's this energy of they're being there for you, right? They're that masculine energy that's going to come in and wow you. And when you're not in your feminine, many times it can block that, right? It becomes, once again, as we mentioned before, it can be off-putting, it can feel forced. So you want to keep this in mind as you are getting to know someone, that you're not in that masculine energy of trying to make things happen, but you're just allowing things to flow naturally and organically. Now, the fourth most common mistake I see high value women is overlooking red flags, completely ignoring them, or, giving the benefit of the doubt. How many of you have been there before, right? Now, I want to share with you that the truth is that ignoring and downplaying signs of unhealthy relationships, of incompatibility, of deceit, of whatever those non-negotiables are for you, when you see a clear sign that that's present and you ignore it due to optimism or the fear of being alone, or maybe someone's told you that you're too picky and you're, out there trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. The truth is that when you overlook those red flags and you try to see, right, the best in people in order to avoid being alone or fear of, not finding the right one ever, the truth is that you're doing a disservice to yourself. Because when you ignore red flags, you settle for less, you allow behaviors that you would not otherwise, and you're not with the person that you're actually supposed to be with, right? There's no compatibility, there's no alignment. You guys don't have the same goals, don't have the same dreams, but some way, somehow, you're still trying to make this work, right? And that's just not gonna cut it in the long term. So that's something that really needs to be kept in mind. And now, red flags can be, once again, as simple as not being aligned in our goals, right? Let's say you want marriage and he doesn't, you're not aligned in your goals, so why continue, right, that relationship? And it can be something as deep as, you see how they treat you and they disrespect you and they talk down to you, right? So you want to be able to pick up these red flags early on, because they can be, once again, as simple as we're just not on the same page, to red flags that lead to manipulation or, an unhealthy and toxic relationship. So be mindful when you're out there wanting to give someone the benefit of the doubt, is that really, right, aligns with what you want in the long term. And last but not least, the fifth mistake that I see so commonly made and that we've spoken about before is settling for less. So many times I see high value, ambitious, driven women settling for less, believing that what they truly want isn't possible, it's not out there, and they lower their standards. They settle for, good enough for now. And the truth is that so many times this happens because of family pressure, right? When are you going to settle down? Aren't you getting to that age where you should have a family? Or, or past experiences, past heartbreak, where you feel like, what, this might be as good as it gets. And I want to share with you that that's not the case. That if in your heart there's a desire to have a loving, healthy, fulfilling relationship, that is available for you. If not, you wouldn't have that desire. You wouldn't even have that idea, right, at the forefront of your heart, your mind. If there's a calling for you to have a loving relationship, a deep connection with someone who understands you, who loves you, who shares your goals and dreams and ambitions, then I want to remind you that it's so possible for you, right? Focus on that possibility and not on all the ways that it's not going to work, that it hasn't worked before, but on the truth, on what is waiting for you, right? Now, I know these a lot of these intertwine, but I want to share with you that these 5 mistakes are the ones that I most commonly see high value, ambitious, driven women making. Although, once again, like we said, being able to recognize them and shift how we're moving while dating and meeting and building relationships is key. So if you've been making any of these mistakes, right? The good news is that you can shift, you can change. And if you need support, then I'd love to support you in that. Now, I've created a free confident attraction blueprint. It's a step-by-step guide to support you and help you attract an aligned partner and a love that doesn't compromise and doesn't settle. So if you'd like a free copy, make sure you comment below. I'll make sure to get that to you. And remember, being a high value woman is not about being perfect or having, right, certain things. It's about embracing your worth, your value, about being unapologetically yourself and grounded in what you truly want and desire. So when you align with that and you show up to date authentically, there's no way the right relationship won't follow. So, with that said, as always, remember to choose you, choose love, stay blessed, and I will see you on the next one.